It's been a year plus since the Vikings parted ways with Rick Spielman, their general manager and executive who had been in the building since 2006. Now, of course, I got love for adofo-mensah, but, I mean, Rick will always be right here, man. That's my GM. And also, mainly it's because we have so many damn memes stockpiled up from Spielman. It's just like any opportunity we have just to show him off, it's like we got to get all up in there. That's right. And Spielman, he's interviewed around the league. I think that eventually he will get back into the mix as a general manager or at least a consultant or team president or whatever. But he's been doing the rounds in the media when he's not doing awkward TikToks. He's joined up with the 33rd team. He's been doing stuff with CBS Sports, and he's really good in the media. In fact, remember, he worked for ESPN for a hot second in between jobs with the Dolphins and the Vikings. And Rick, he's at it again, man. So he's at the NFL Combine talking with Anthony Richardson. By the way, find you someone who looks at you the way that Rick Spielman looks at Anthony Richardson, man. And this is what he said about AR. Everybody wants to make the Cam Newton comparison because of size, athleticism, and how he makes plays with his feet, but I think he's a better thrower coming out than Cam Newton was. Now, it isn't so much like lazy scouting. Like, Anthony Richardson has compared himself to Cam Newton. He's compared himself to Lamar Jackson. He calls himself Cam Jackson. All right, so it's certainly there. But given the size, given the arm strength, and given the Florida roots, yes, it is very easy to see the comparisons between him and Cam Newton, who eventually left Florida and won a national title with Auburn, was their #1 overall pick back in the day. But Richardson, I actually think that he brings a little bit more, and maybe he is a little bit more polished of a passer than Cam was. And Cam, throughout his career, respect, big time arm, always made plays with his legs, but accuracy, short and intermediate, never really got there. And that's the question with Richardson right now, coming out completing just over 50% of his passes. But I think that Richardson certainly could and should be that guy. And it's funny, Spielman having some love with Anthony Richardson, even though during his time here with the Vikings, like he never really made that move up, like all the way up to go get your guy in the stratosphere where Anthony Richardson is going to be taken, potentially at #1 overall. And Spielman during his time here in 2006 drafting T-Jack in the second round, even though that was more of a children's call. RIP to our guy, Tavares Jackson. And then Senior Bowl MVP, Christian Ponder in 2011. And then, of course, trading back up at number 32 with the Seahawks at the back end of the first round in 2014 for Teddy. I mean, that's really about it. I mean, Rick's big gamble was in the 2018 offseason giving Kirk Cousins a 3-year, $84 million fully guaranteed deal. That was his gamble. So maybe Rick is looking back wistfully. It's like maybe I should have made that move all the way up to go get your guy. And maybe if and when Rick finds his way into another GM job, maybe finding a dude like Anthony Richardson, who is high risk for sure, but certainly high reward, is going to be the way that he goes. But until then, he's still the Rick father. That's right, man. But your thoughts are thoughts. Former Vikings GM Rick Spielman loves him some Anthony Richardson, says that he's potentially even a better polished passer than Cam Newton was coming out. Cam Newton was the #1 overall pick. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.